Ever wonder why your car is not as shiny as it once was when you first bought it, or that after 5 to 7 years it just doesn't have that look that it once did? Hi, my name is Matthew St. John, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to wax and polish your car, and what's the best ways to do this as far as applying and removal. I'll talk about some of the products we have, and I'll also talk about some products that if you're looking to wax or polish your car, which products you can look at as well. To start off, you need to figure out what paint job your car has. There's two types of paint jobs. There's an acrylic enamel, which is on older vehicles, and there's a polymer clear base, which is what's on the newer vehicles. That's what's on this car and most cars that past 2000, I would say. But there is a way to test this. If you get a little bit of wax and apply it to a clear cloth, like a white cloth, and you put it on the inside of your door, you'll be able to see the color of the car on that cloth. So that's one way. If you're not too sure, that's one way to do it. Let's talk about some products. We have 4 different products that I'm going to mention to you, depending on what you want to spend. I personally like Mother's. That's what I buy. The Mother's product. You can get it almost anywhere, and it's really affordable, and it's just easy to come by, and it really is actually quite as good as most of the newer products that are a little bit more pricey. You have Pinnacle, which is a good one. It's about double the price of the Mother's, but and you might see a little bit of improvement, but not by much. Then you have the really high-end products like Zanos and Adams polishes, which are all ordered, and those are really good products. But at the same time, I don't think you'll really see a bigger difference in the waxes. Let's mention some of the products that I have here. I have some turtle wax. This is what I originally started waxing cars with, and this is more of a thicker base, harder to remove but lasts longer. A wax like this is going to last about 6 months. Let's talk about some polishing compounds. I have 2 types of compounds here. I have a rubbing compound, which is for really deep scratches, and I have a lighter polishing compound for light scratches. These are both thicker products as well. They're not liquid based, so they're going to be a little bit harder to remove, but like I said, they will last a little bit longer. Now we have the Mother's Sealer and Glaze, which is the polish, and then we have the wax that will go over the polish. Now it's really important to know that when you are waxing your car, you are never applying wax just by itself. The only time you are going to wax your car is after you've polished it. Now when you polish your car, that's what's going to make it shine. That's what brings out the brilliance, the color. When you're waxing, all you're doing is putting a protective layer of your work, which was the polish that you spent the time to put on. And that's really important. So make sure that you know to put on wax after you polish your car. You might as well not, because the rain is just going to take off the polish and it's going to be gone within a week. To remove all these products, I use a microfiber cloth for removal. For applying, I have kind of a thicker, spongy microfiber applicator, and I got this little thing. It was like $1, but it really helps because just for the grip and stuff. It really I found that after a couple of hours, your wrist starts to hurt a lot. Let's apply some, and let me show you how to apply the product. Now first, of course, you're going to want to wash your car, and that should have already been done. 2-bucket method, like I always recommend. Wash the car clear and clean, and make sure it's good to go. And you're supposed to do this all in a row, because if you can't wash it, wait a couple of days, then polish it. So right now I'm just going to do a little spot for you. I'm going to show you right here what it's going to look like, how to apply it. I'm just going to do a little small amount. We're going to get a nice amount on here, just in the center of the applicator. And we're just gonna, it's not like wax on, wax off. You don't do that at all. All you have to do is kind of brush it across. Get that area in there, and just kind of rub it in. You just kind of want to get it in there. That's all you have to do. Get it on there. You don't even have to put a lot of pressure on it. You just want to get it in every spot in the area that you're working in. I usually work in an area of about 12 inches to 18 inches. Just depends, you know, you'll get a better idea how much you want to work in, because it's important that you have to let this dry. So once we've applied it, got it in there, you know, just, you know, I'll put a little bit more time and effort when I'm really doing this, but just to give you the general idea, get it in there, and then go on to your next spot. When you're working on your next spot, once you're done with that, your polish should have dried by now. So now, once the polish is dry, we're just going to remove it. Try to fold your towel in a certain way that you're going to be able to flip it, because every time you're going to keep turning it, making sure you got a new clean piece. So we're just going to remove it, and you kind of want to do a little bit pressure the first time just to get it off, you know. And then you're going to want to, once you feel like you've gotten most of it off, you're going to want to kind of buff it out. You just want to go over lightly and just kind of take it off. You see that? That looks, you're already starting to see quite a shine compared to if you look at this part of the car where it's not as shiny. You look at this, it's a lot shinier. Now, after you've gotten polished and we're happy with that, and you can do layers after layers, but you know, that's pretty much you know, one polish, then another, if depending on what you like, you know. Now we're gonna put on the wax, and it's gonna be the same thing. You're just gonna put a little light amount on there, not too much, you know, depending on the amount of area you're working. Just rub it in. And same thing, wait for it to dry. You're going to remove it, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's real simple. You're going to go through your whole car, polish remove, wax remove, and you will see when it rains, your car will have all the water spots on it still, or not the water spots, but the blotches of water, because that's how good the wax is protecting your car. So in conclusion, you know, that's how you're going to best protect your paint. 5 to 7 years, you'll see 12, 15 years. No problem with immaculate paint. So I recommend you guys get out there and start polishing and waxing your cars and have this nice of a looking paint job as I have. And enjoy. Thanks.